Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Disney Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Let's hit continue and see the next level. Would I like to save? I didn't realize I could have waited and saved. So there's only 3 save slots, so at best I can cycle through the 3 save slots.
Jack, could that be Davy Jones' ship?
That Rick? Unlikely. Times may have turned tough for old Davy, but he won't be a run afoul of any shoals. And it's too small. The real Flying Dutchman is much bigger. In a frightening, slime-covered, monstrous sort of way. That's the Flying Dutchman.
So Jack lied to the governor that about not having seen Will Turner.
That contains his heart. Capture the heart, and you can control Jones.
But how will you stop them?
And so we get these monstrosities.
There's your answer. They'll come after me. You board the Dutchman. Get me that key. So,
as a short criticism of the movie itself, and not really the game, they most definitely went in a crazy route to introduce these sea creatures. I guess in general that's what the kind of story you can tell if you're telling a pirate story. Oh my goodness. The first 2 levels of the game was rather easy. But now it's become this system where you just die and you didn't even know you were supposed to be protecting Will Turner there. Like, it didn't occur to me for a second. He needed protection. So instead of this being a level focused around anything like that, this is just a keep away level. And I don't know how to do that. So we'll try to keep enemies on the left, on the right side of the screen, and keep our eye on the left side of the screen, I suppose. We've got a sneaky guy here. Let's get this 2D chicken that's clearly a pre-rendered asset. So it seems like there's enemies that will attack you, and then there are enemies that are specifically just inching their way at the top towards Will Turner. And if it's just the top, then that's fine. But if it turns out that it's also the bottom, that's going to be a pain.
Get a move on, Will! Get aboard the Dutchman now!
Yeah, I had to kill 3 of them, doing that standard Nintendo style of gameplay. Now am I going to play as Will Turner? Alright. So if Will Turner can handle a sword, why was it necessary for me to? Let's see, he seems not that good. No extra chicken here, but maybe I can throw a knife at these guys. Maybe I can throw a bomb at these guys. Maybe I can shoot some of these guys. This game is mostly just these fight sequences, but they've added some timers without telling you that there's timers. They've added some challenges without telling you that there's challenges, which makes it incredibly frustrating to try to play a game and the game treats you unfairly like that, particularly considering this is a kids game.
A little out of practice.
Interesting to note, I got 2 chickens the last time I picked up chickens, and why people are carrying cooked chickens, I don't know.
Didn't I?
And is there anything else to do here? No, this is simply a room designed only for one thing, and that's a fight. But I kind of think pirate tales are better as spoken tales than shown tales. I think you have to have a suspension of disbelief that you probably wouldn't have just seeing. And this being a Disney movie series, they're not particularly interested in going dark with the story, so I'm trying to use all of these items up, but you gotta actually be facing the right direction to shoot things. And if you're not just constantly pressing the fast attack, you can't keep these people away from you. Is how it seems, at least. Let's throw a bomb and miss. Is there something I'm supposed to push here? Man, these things are not working. So there's 3 chickens and 1 guy that's stuck. And apparently I can only have 4 things at a time. So I walked around long enough for that.
If disturbing looks could wound, you might have a chance.
Doing heavy attacks here, trying to kill this thing quickly. So now that everybody's gone, I can push that. But then it starts on yet another fight. Let's see. That didn't work.
You are amazingly slow.
I don't enjoy the quippiness. Like, if I was doing something really cool every now and then, I'd get it, but he kind of says it every time he kills somebody.
You really should practice more.
And climb up here. And climb up this. Another room only designed to have a fight in it.
To think you can face me.
And I'd like to be able to free these pirates. Let me ask a question. Can I go up this ladder / staircase? I don't think so. Not if enemies are gonna come down it. So I think I'm learning here that if I want more guns and items, I need to use more guns and items. But Normally in a video game I would want to hold on to these things.
Pirate.
Action, unlock these guys. And this horribly animated thing.
Thanks to my stars, I'm saved. Now rescue the others.
And see, they just want me to do the standard Nintendo thing, hit the buttons 3 times. Actually, this one's gonna be 4 times. There's two switches right next to each other.
I can't believe it. I'm saved. Now quickly, see to the rest.
And they all want me to save everybody, but they won't stay and help.
Thank you, good sir. Now see to the other crewmen.
And so, does Davy Jones take these people and turn them into the monsters? I think he may.
A vision, saving my scabby skin. Quick, now see to saving the other scurvy souls.
So, didn't I do that? Little secret area. I guess there's been some secret areas I've missed before. If there's one there. Can't fire the cannons. So I do just go up here.
I do so love making you pirate.
What I think I would do if I was going to write a pirate story is you would probably want a series to establish a good character, first of all, like Jack Sparrow. He's an interesting character to watch, mostly for the wackiness and acting of the actor that plays him. So I would want to establish that, and I'd want to tell a pretty basic story. Just to start off with. Something everybody can follow along with. How maybe you start off with your main character as working on a ship, maybe a naval ship instead of an actual pirate ship, and how he like got in a battle, or that naval ship got in a battle and everybody got killed except for the young like deckhand who took it, and instead of just going back and potentially being blamed for losing the lives of so many of his crew, you would instead have him just take the ship and decide to be a pirate. And you could certainly make it tragic where it actually is the fault of the young Jack in this case.
I know you. Stand back. Wait. Do I know you?
You once did.
Father? I thought you were dead.
Vice versa. I must serve my time before the mast, in service to Davy Jones.
Come with me.
I cannot. I must pay my debt. My word binds me to this ship.
It's strange that pirates would be bound by their word.
Abandon you. I will come back for you. I promise.
I look strange, but I heard you bad.
And we can't just run out of here, so we'll have to do a fight. Yeah, so I would do kind of a young tales of a young Jack as a first movie, and just establish him as a pirate, and maybe he would be given the opportunity to redeem himself or see his family one last time, and realize that when he gets back on the land, he's no longer accustomed to being a landlubber, and so he decides to embrace being a pirate, even though he was already pretty good at it in the first place.
And maybe you can try again.
Man, that is a terrible transition. And we're doing a Jackism thing, I think, even though it's not Jack. And so then that would establish him in the first movie with him, with your main character sailing off to sea towards adventure. And then I would start to do some simple stories, like have one movie around maybe chasing mermaids, maybe chasing a white whale, kind of a Moby Dick spin on it. One looking for treasure over specific islands. Wow, is that the whole game? I mean, is that the whole level? It is, I guess.
Took my key.
I'd fight a giant serpent. I would have like one movie per monster.
Jack Sparrow. Nothing can
But I
save you
wouldn't
from
want to
Davy
go
Jones
too many
or
ghosts. And this one's gone.
The key, Jack.
It
I've
went
got it.
ghost
Tortuga,
in the
Jack.
first movie,
Yes, general rule.
and then
It's
it
never
went
not a good idea to sail to Tortuga.
went pretty much. It was Ghost in the first movie, and then these monsters, sea monsters that we never really heard of or seen. As far as I know, there's no tale of people working for Davy Jones and turning into sea monsters like that. So it's a little hard to relate. It's a little too unique. There's some more standard fare I think you could touch upon. You could have the pirate character go to tropical islands. You could have them go to like Central America, South America during those times. Maybe even North America, and try to steal some North American Indian treasure or something like that. You could have them go to Australia. You could have them go to any of the Asian countries, and just have them go over all around the world and tell different countries' sea tales and pirate tales, as if there was one character who would have seen them all. But instead what Disney did is they kind of went crazy with it, and I don't suppose I expect much for the next movie, really. It's probably going to be pretty crazy and a little hard to follow and a little complicated. Probably a lot to do with just interpersonal relationships of Will Turner and the other characters, or whoever the pirates are going to be in the new movie. But we're done with the level, and that barely took 20 minutes. It's strange, I died so many times last recording that it was about 30 minutes of gameplay for something that should have been about 20, and now this is 17 minutes because I've found a few opportunities to just stop fighting things and move forward. And I think I'm going to take those opportunities because I see no reason to really play this game in any aspect. Signing up to fight more of the enemies when you know the enemies are going to constantly respawn and it does very little for you doesn't sound like a good fun time for me. So we got 13 hits and the highest notoriety of 369, which somehow this has got my total notoriety up to 8,444, and my rank now is Sea Devil. I assume what's happening here is the combat stats notoriety is adding up to the level notoriety, and I got Legendary Pirate there. We got no crab pendants at all. We did 1 of 5 submissions, and we got 264 loot. I don't even know what I really missed there. Davy Jones as the character is unlocked, challenge mode is unlocked, the Dutchman's sword is unlocked, and inventory items now are at a power level of 2, which that's interesting because that might explain some things. Now, if the idea of this game was to play through the story mode multiple times, that would be slightly interesting. However, the problem is the actual parts of the game that you play still very boring, very small screens where you just fight a bunch of people. This quest here that says avoid detection seems insane to me. I don't see how you could do that at all. Loot, we didn't get enough loot hit combo, we didn't get enough hit combo. So, there's issues there too. Interesting, you have to load before you can save. Well, we barely got it to 20 minutes. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.